was finally admitting to himself that he couldn't stand anymore. He couldn't crawl. He couldn't walk. The pain was increasing, and he wanted to know why God was punishing him. I told him God wasn't punishing him. Bad things happen to good people. We don't live in a perfect world. I said, but it's during those times that we have the greatest opportunity to reach up to the only one who loves us unconditionally, the only one who will never leave our side. I told him he would stand again. He would walk. He would run. This life would be the only hell he would ever know. Those things that he wanted to do, he would do. It just wouldn't be here. He wept some and he fell asleep, put his head on my shoulder, and I stayed there for an hour, just holding him. He woke up and asked, "Are you still here?" To this day, I don't know if he could feel my arms around him, but I just held him tighter and said, "Yes, I am still here. I am not leaving, and you are not alone." The following day, we had to start hospice. Didn't give him much of a choice on that one either. He just didn't know. Slid that one by him, which cousins know isn't easy. That he needed more help than what I could give. He was to the point where he was no longer hilarious on morphine, and I'll share that story later on. The pain needed to be under control. So hospice came in, brought him a wonderful bed, which he wanted to sit in and then get up and get into the couch. And oh yeah, that was a story, and I really can't wait to see him so I can share with him what he said to me. The morning he died, I knew it was going to be that day. I really think God had been preparing me for it. I took one look at him, and the only eye that he could open, due to the tumor that was on his optic nerve, he had it open. It was clear he was in pain. It was clear he was starting to struggle to breathe. And I prayed for God's strength, His grace, His love, and His mercy. And I told Deborah, who flew in Tuesday, she rarely left his side, that this was it. It needed to be now. She was sitting on his left side, had her head on a pillow next to him, her hand on his heart. And I went to his right side, and I knelt down, and I held his hand. And I started singing Amazing Grace. And that eye that was open shifted and focused right on me, and I knew he was hearing me. God's strength to get through that song. When I was done, I told him it was time to go. It was time to go see Jesus. It was time to go see Mom. It was time to go see Grandma. It was time for him to rest here, to go walk, to go run. Everything that he wanted to do was done here. I told him Kyle would be okay. I told him Lydia would be okay. I told him Gwen and I would be okay. I told him that we would all be okay. I told him I loved him. And I told him I would see him again soon enough. A few moments later, he took his last breath and he went home. Now, cancer may have caused his death, but it did not beat him. It did not take his will, or his courage, or his faith. He did not give up. He just went home. And I kept my promise. He was not alone.